Are you destroying your dreams? I bet you think you're not, but you are. And I'm going to tell you some personal stories about me destroying my dreams and see if it doesn't resonate with you. So, really quickly, please do me a huge personal favor. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to say hi to all my super chatters and my inner circle people, and then I'll be right back. So, hello, Jerome. Hi, Bill. Hi, Mary, Lisa, Marie. So excited to do our interview tomorrow. Craig, Arthur, Vernay, um, Nelda. Hey, Nelda. Remind me, I got a training to send to you. Let me see here. Peter, James, Kai, Sandy. Great to have you guys. Melody, Chris, Shauna, Jody, Jerome, Scott McKinney, Randy Anderson, John Tier. Are we there? We're there. All right. Hello, buddy. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today's topic is going to be very serious, and it's, are you destroying your dream? Or I'll put dreams. All right. So now a lot of people in their life, have dreams. Remember when you were young? I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a movie star. I'm going to be a firefighter, whatever, right? I'm going to be an astronaut. And one of the things, a dancer, singer, I could go on, NFL football player. And what ends up happening to every dream that we have is we allow the people around us, including ourselves, to steal those dreams away. Now, those are those self-doubting, I call them dinos. No, if you guys don't know Flintstone, it's like this constant stuff that's going in on our head. And the reason I wanted to do this video is because, we're just human beings, right? We're just human beings. And if we spend all of our time thinking about the negative, thinking about, oh my God, the company is doing this wrong, the government's doing this wrong, my spouse, my significant other's doing this wrong, my children are doing this wrong, the city I live in does this wrong, the media does this wrong, everything, the weather, oh my God, the weather, so what we do is, we don't mean to do this, we just become who we hang around the most. We just become who we hang around the most. And so if everyone's complaining about this and complaining about this and complaining about this and complaining about this, we get caught up in that. And when we get caught up in that, when I was young, didn't everyone complain about their spouse or their significant other? Let me tell you about my old lady. Let me tell you about my ball and chain. And I know that, talk about, hey, now that I'm married, my sex life and my kids, they're a pain in the ass. And my job is just awful. And they don't pay me enough money. And it's like, wow. And we consistently do this, right? And then what inspired this video is, I'm going to do a leadership. I'm a super affiliate right now, and I'm going to do a leadership Zoom. Look for the posting, and it's going to be tomorrow at 11 o'clock, be 10 o'clock Pacific, right? 10 o'clock Pacific. Make sure you see it. It's going to be live here on YouTube, but I'm going to post out the Zoom link, and I'm going to share really in-depth stuff because I've done this. I'm a personal person, human being. I'm not perfect. And all of a sudden, the job that I love, it's like, they ought to pay me more. I should get more time off, and there's no use working hard and getting overtime because, half of your money goes to overtime. You know what I mean? Goes to the government. And so what you find yourself doing is another habit, which is constantly finding something negative with everything. And so what's that thing? It's a pessimist. A pessimist is someone that can find a problem with every solution. And so here's what's crazy is people really justify it. They go, well, somebody's got to stand up for this. The dang government and these people doing this and this people doing this. And it's like, where's this injustice? And my wife and I was talking about this whole world that goes, life is not fair. It's just not fair. The 99% compared to the 1%. And I used to be that person. So I loved being an auto mechanic. I just loved it. And I was good at it. And I went from job to job to job to job, like I talked yesterday in my video, right? It's like I always could find a job. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't serving me anymore. I wasn't passionate about it anymore. So then when, people asked me to work on race cars during the weekend or be a crew chief or help them, I said, man, I work on cars all the time and I'm tired. I don't want to work on race cars. No, what really happened is I lost my dream. My goal was to come out to California and be a professional race car driver. And then when all of a sudden that wasn't there, I'll just be a crew chief. And then all of a sudden, then I get hurt and that's not a dream of mine anymore. Right? So what happens, and ask yourself, if you do this, It's like one of the dreams you might have is to have a most incredible relationship, right? Find someone that you can love and adore, that loves and adores you, right? And yeah, that would be cool. Maybe have a family, maybe have a great relationship with your children. And we're always got this dream, right? And then all of a sudden, we start finding everything wrong with our spouse, with our significant other. They don't do this anymore, and they don't support me. And it's like all of a sudden, this person that you were madly in love with, that you couldn't wait to spend time with, is now a constant complainer. A constant complainer. You're never good enough. When are you going to finish that stuff that you said you were going to do? You're never there for me. And all it is just constant. So what we do is we start finding fault. And when we do find fault, we get so good at it that we find fault in ourselves. I'm lazy and I don't know why I procrastinate. And I wonder why it's so hard for me to learn things. And this stuff never works for me. And I can't find the right people. And we just get in this. It's nuts. So the number one thing you'll always hear from every successful book, from the Quran to the Bible to every motivational book, every one of them was able to switch their mindset. And when you think, it's from your heart. So if you think it, then it becomes you. And it's called renewing of your mind. And all of a sudden, you become grateful. So now all of a sudden, you look at your spouse and your children, and you're grateful. It's like I'm so... And you come from a place of appreciation. And so now I appreciate you when you do this. And I appreciate you for you do this. I'm so grateful that you do this. And then you start telling them, oh, thank you so much. What do you mean? I got to go shopping anyway. Yeah, but I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for you doing that. And I mean that. Yeah, but someone's got to do this. Someone's got to clean the house. Someone's got to wash the clothes. But I love you. I love you and I appreciate you. You're the best. And all of a sudden, when you take the time to find and practice gratitude. Man, I'm glad I live in this country. Oh my God, I'm glad I have the opportunity. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for Facebook. Thanks God for Facebook. Man, I can actually go out there and meet people on Facebook and actually get them to, hear about. Thank God for the science of getting rich. Thank God for my mentors. My mentors, they were broke, and then they found somebody and they said, listen, study this book, the science of getting rich, master it, listen to this book, change your mindset. And all of a sudden you become very grateful for everything. I woke up this morning and I have so much appreciation and gratitude and joy for another great night's sleep, and my shoulders healing fast and quick. And I'm so grateful for this another day to be able to talk to those that have ears to hear. And I not only get to use the internet, but I have enough cash flow where I can help other people that are in need, like orphans. And I get to talk to people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired and living in the life that they have. And I found a company called My Daily Choice, and there's an incredible owner and brilliant individual named Josh Wagle, and this guy's paid me $4.5 million in the last 5 years and 3 months. And I've been able to help thousands and thousands of people all over the world get an extra payday. And with their incredible products, incredible products, unique products that are, uh, better than average products. And I get to use this marketing. Someone came up with this marketing idea that if I teach other people how to get an extra payday, that companies actually pay me for that. Can you believe that? That I have an opportunity where I can market in 200 countries. And Josh Wagle and MDC consistently come out with all these, and they pay me every week like clockwork. And sometimes they pay me early. And he keeps coming out with better ideas like the Gold Bot and Akashics and prepaid travel, so that we can actually help people in other countries that not only don't have a lot of money, but they're also in a position where they can use the internet and make money by helping other people make money any place in the world. So all of a sudden, I'm going to change on you because I'm not perfect. And sometimes I allow, I allow the voices in my head, and some of you probably going, oh my God, no wonder he's out there. He admits to having voices in his head. And it's like all of a sudden the little voices come in and they go, the company is, I've made the company all this money, and they don't do this for me, and they don't do for this for me anymore. And now there's new leaders coming in the company, and the company's paying a lot of attention to those new leaders, and those new leaders are now on stage, and I'm not on stage as much. And why aren't they? And how many people, and some of you are going to get mad at me, and that's okay. But there's a whole group of people that are protesting right now and got signs up. You know what? These big bad companies are not paying me enough. The writers and the actors, and it's like, these companies, I'm gonna go on strike. I'm gonna go on strike. And they don't understand that there's people all over the world that would go, oh my God, how much did you make last year? What are you talking about? How much did you make last year? I only made 35,000. Pay me 35,000. It's like there's people all over the world that make less than $2 to $5 a day. But all of a sudden you get a group of people and they're like, well, they're not paying us a month. And what about AI? AI, what if they take our business? And, what if this happens? And why do these companies make so much money? And why do these people make so much money? And it's like, man, if you spend all your time constantly focusing and comparing, your income to other people, it's just not fair. And so I've been in other companies. Listen closely. I've been in other companies. Number one rep, company was ACN. And this is year, 1998, 99, 2000, 2001. I'm number one in the world. And all of a sudden, the company says, you know what? We got this circle of champions. These are the top 10 income earners of the company. And I'm very vocal. I'm very, Josh even said this. I'm a little bit in your face. I'm a little bit controversial. You know what I mean? Hey, that's who I am, right? And all of a sudden I was just like, listen, these customers are not getting hooked up. When the customers don't get hooked up, they don't save any money. If they don't save any money, the reps are not getting paid. And I was saying this because I allowed my group around me. They're going, Robert, this customer is not getting hooked up. Hey, Robert, you know what? This customer didn't get any bill. Hey, Robert, because these customers were not getting paid. And I was going like, wow. And I allowed all these people that were complainers to get in my head. And so then I became very controversial and I went to one of the owners of the company. And I said, listen, if you don't get this fixed, and you need to fix it right now, this needs to be fixed right now. And they're like, Robert, this has never been done before. This is the first time that we've been doing this. We'll figure it out. I became so demanding, and I'm your top rep, and I'm making all this money, and I got all these trophies, and my independent contractors are pissed off, and I'm all of a sudden the guy that everyone's complaining to, and I got caught up in it. And all of a sudden, one of the owners didn't like me because he said I wasn't being a company man, that I wasn't enrolled in the vision. There's a statement that you say that you might be in MDC or you might be in your company, but is that company in you? And see, at one time, that company was, right? Now I'm all of a sudden finding out all the negative things about it, all the awful things about it. And I'm starting to pick it apart like you would your spouse or your children or your job or your car or you. You start picking it apart. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. And I suck at this. And all of a sudden, because I'm voicing my opinions, they have the award on Sunday for Circle of Champions, and they don't mention my name. They don't mention my name. I'm not one of the Circle of Champions, and I just walked across stage 36 times. Got a trophy for the most customers every month for the whole year. Number one. The most amount of recruited people. Number one, every month. Number one, every quarter. Number one, all year round. And now I'm not on the Circle of Champions. So what would be the smart thing to do? I get my ego hurt. It's like they purposely thought about this and they're just not, they're embarrassing me. They're humiliating me. So I quit. Top in the company, and I quit and I sell my position for $1. $1. I'll teach them. Why? Because I allowed myself to allow other people's thoughts and opinions to affect me, where now I became the fighter for the little guy, the little complainer, and jeopardized and destroyed. Here's the worst thing. This really makes me emotional. I was such a right fighter in 2001 that two identical twins that they were my best friends. My best friends. They're godfathers of my sons, Matthew and Kyle. And I kept whining and complaining and just saying how awful ACN was and how they had all these things messed up and just kept doing that it destroyed my relationship with Mike and Tony Kupas, two of the 4 owners. We used to be best friends. I write about them in my book. And now I don't have a relationship with them because it doesn't make a difference what was happening in the company. It was their company. It was like, their baby. They built this company from zero up to everything. And now I don't have a relationship with two of the best guys that I know. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot. I can look at my immaturity at that time, and I allowed myself to be swayed from focusing on what I appreciated, what I was grateful for. Now that I sold my position for $1 and I'm pissed off, what do you think happened to me and Terry's income? I now tell Terry that we got to move from Orange County, California back to Montana. I'm watching my wife packing and she's crying. I don't want to move from here. My sons were young. Well, we got to move from Southern California, got to move back, find a rental place in Billings, Montana. I destroyed my income. I put my family in a very, very bad financial situation for like 4 years. 4 years. Why? Because it wasn't fair. And unfortunately, that's not the only time I've done it. So we come up with what is called unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. All of a sudden, we go, look what I'm doing for volume. Look what I'm doing. Why isn't the company saying I'm the deal? Everything should run through me. Everything should happen here. Everything should It's like, what the hell? Who the hell are you? Guess who won the Critic of the Year last year? I want you to Google it. Who is the person that won the Critic of the Year? They don't give out the award. Stop trying to win it. It takes no freaking talent, zero, to find negative things about your spouse, to find negative things about your boss, your children, your opportunity. It takes no talent, zero. But to be grateful and to have appreciation for those things. You know what Josh Wagle needs to do for me? Josh Wagle needs to pay me every Thursday. That's what Josh needs. I don't need anything else from Josh. Zero. What do I need from my distributors, my independent contractors, my inner circle members? What do I need from them? What do I need from my affiliates? Whatever they want to give. And I seen right here that, oh my God, well, I'm so passionate. I see James Saunders and Melody and Scott McKinney and James Saunders again. My God, you guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. You can go to documentationbeatsconversation.com and see the charities that I'm giving this money to. Man. So when you are constantly looking at an opportunity of any kind, and you're going, well, I don't like the way they do that. And I don't like the way they do that. And that's a little messed up. And I wish the company had this. And I wish the company would do this. And I wish this would happen. You're totally destroying your dream. And so tomorrow I'm going to do a leadership call, like I told you. And it's basically for my new group in Nigeria. So now all of a sudden, Nigeria is blowing up and the leaders there are amazing. They did more volume last month than what Nigeria has done as a country in the last 3 years. But now it's growing so fast. They're already over 26,000 in volume for this month. And we still got what? At least a couple of weeks left? They're on fire. And now all of a sudden, wham, all of this, volume is being done. And it's like, well, they want to complain about the company and complain about the staff and complain about the office. What? Almost every country on the planet doesn't have an office. They don't have an office manager. They don't have a place where you can pick up the product. See, they're losing focus now. And they're saying, hey, you know what? This is wrong. And it's taking a little longer to get product than normal. They're losing their appreciation because some of them made over $1 million in Naira last month. The first Thursday of this month, some of them made over $1 million Naira. We're talking Nigerian millionaires. And now there's people in the group. I don't like the way this person does this. And they had a little thing wrong with the customer service. It's not that they enrolled like 2,000 new people. No, now all of a sudden all the complainers are coming out, and they go to their upline and their leaders. And they're like, listen, they shut off customer service, and I'm not getting an email. And now all those people that are whining and complaining, instead of learning on mindset, how to be focused on gratitude and appreciation, are now going to their upline. And what did the upline do? Then the upline reaches out to me. They're like, Robert, all these people are angry and upset and overwhelmed. And we see this happen all the time. We see a group of people that come into the company. Josh is so nice that he gives them praise and recognition, even lets them speak on stage, makes a big deal out of them, even when he shouldn't. And then they get a little bit of ego, and they allow their ego to get to their head. Look at me. I'm a new 50K, new 100K, new 250K. And they focus on management mode, and the volume drops. They're not grateful and appreciative to the people that got them there. And now their rank drops. Now they're embarrassed. Now they're humiliated. And now, instead of just learning how to change their mindset, they got to go to a different company. And then they do that crap all over again. They get in a company, find everything wrong with it. Then their people find everything wrong with it. The lead of the speed of the leader is the speed of the rest of the group. So now the person says, "Hey, let me tell you all this thing negative about your company." Okay, yeah. That's all the negative stuff that's happening. If you start listening to everything that people complain about, then it affects you. And when it affects you, you stop producing because you're in the wrong frequency. You're not enthusiastic anymore. You lose your vision. Vision inspires success in others. Now you sit around, complain about everything. Oh my God. Do you see that people's making me get a vaccination? Oh my. Okay. And they get so focused on distractions, ADD, always dealing with distractions, that they lose their passion because they're trying to control things that are out of their control. And then they spread that garbage all over their group. Once you poison the water's poisoned. The water's poisoned. So now they cause all this negativity around their group, like, hey, I'm fighting for fair and justice. And they destroy their whole damn group. You can't see that negative person that's a critic, that's whining and complaining about every freaking thing on the planet, and then be a leader? Then be a leader? No. So, thank you very much for the rant. Those of you that consistently destroy your dreams, if you could just learn to give gratitude and appreciation for everything. Change your unrealistic expectations into appreciation. Learn to come from joy and gratefulness, telling each and every person that regardless of what they do and how little they do, you're grateful for them. Love up on them. When's the last time that you called the company and said, hey, I just want to appreciate you for sending me another payday? I'm just so grateful for you. Do you guys know that when Josh pays day, I don't know who else does this. It'd be interesting to find out. But when Josh pays us, I send him a voice clip. Josh, man, I know I say this every week. I just love and appreciate you so much. And I'm telling Chris Baum and Derek Jorgensen and all the people in MDC corporate, I'm constantly telling them how much I love and appreciate them for all the stuff they're doing behind the scenes that they get no praise and recognition for. I find out what everybody else is doing, and I do the exact opposite. And people want to know, Robert, what's your magic? Your magic is to be the best human being you can possibly be. Stop being the critic. Stop finding problems with every solution. Stop complaining. I've seen this on the internet. I would like each and every one of you to watch this video to do a 30-day challenge. 30 days. 30 days. See if you can figure out. I know you can do it. I believe in you. For 30 days, don't complain about anything. Because first you got to try to pull off an hour. Then you got to try to pull off 2 hours. Can you imagine if you could go 30 days not freaking complaining? Your life will change. Your spouse will be happy. Your children will be happy. Your friends and family will be happy. Your boss will be happy. And people will start to like you. And all of a sudden, you'll start being attracted. People go, man, I love being around that guy. That guy laughs. He's full of energy. Is enthusiastic and thesis, God within. He's always optimistic. He's always changing people's lives. You know, I want to inspire people. So this is just a preview to what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm doing it live. Make sure you look for it. People need to stop destroying their dreams, destroying their happiness, destroying their fulfillment. The thing you focus on the most comes true. The most energy you give to something comes true. Come on, this is simple stuff. We all know it. We just forget it. All right. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. If no one's giving you permission to be happy and successful, let me be the first. My mentors did this with me. I was a freaking mess. If you wanted to know what was negative in the world, let me tell you, right? I'm not that guy anymore because someone pointed it out to me. He goes, damn it, Robert, you're a miracle. Start freaking acting like it. Go the extra mile. Inspire people. Give them hope. Stop trying to ruin their day. Okay? So do me a huge favor. Share this video with people that you know that are destroying their dreams. I love and appreciate you. And again, thank you so much. Thank you again to all the super chatters. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I need to help people figure out the things that they're destroying in their life, because when you can stop doing that, your life is going to radically change, and it's going to happen fast. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Bye for now.